Wow. ¿Por qué? Pasa entre y dale pan, y dale pan. Ya lo sabía, pero bueno, no va a quedar así. No va a quedar así, no malo, dale pan, y dale pim, truco, 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 y dale truco, 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 y dale pim, y dale pan.
¿Tú sabes hacer esto, Edu? Espera. Lo de subir la escalera y hacer así. Eso. Esto. Es que ahora no me sale mucho. Así, lo que he hecho así. Escalera, ya pa.
Sí.
Pero rápido. A mí ahora no me sale ahora mismo. ¿Se escucha lo de la World Cup, chicos? Sí, el Daniel Guerrero.
¿Daniel?
Un guerrero.
¿Y verdad eso no? Es que es gilipollas.
¿El qué?
El PK. Si se entretiene con los esqueletos.
Bueno, no sé, pero se entiende lo que se está jugando, ¿no? Lo de la World Cup.
¿Me dejas intentar hacer? ¿Me dejas hacer un poquito?
Sí. Mira, 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 mira.
Aunque sea con tu sensibilidad.
Ah, vale. Mira, mira, pam, 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 pam.
¡Oh my god! Otro comentario.
Sí, es un modo lo de abajo sí que es un modo. Lo único que no sé qué me pasa, no sé qué pasa, pero no me... Ahora se ha ido y se debería iniciar vídeo.
Voy a crearme otra cuenta. Me puedo estar si tú quieres.
Pues estate.
No, que cuesta mucho, no me cuesta.
Ahora ya se escucha. ¿No? Ya se escucha. No voy a jugar con nadie, solo voy a hacer modo creativo para que se pueda ver todo el rato lo de la World Cup.
Clitax has been flagging out, he's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare attack, but he's been consistently the highest up there in terms of Elam. He's unfortunately trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Pororo. Ryan Frantic comes out the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's four chickens saying, this is our Bruce, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on was it YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Lava Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga in group. They're nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting this. The Cover Crew has not been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zones. And the Cover Crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top four, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So for if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take this set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya
Edu,
coming in, doing everything
mira la
he can to
construcción.
knock it down.
Espera.
Carnage challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging
3,
out
2,
inside the
1.
cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile, kind of position and take here on the point. He goes in, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. There's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point D as Tomoya gets taken down and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
Unfortunate there, just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Bro catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the elim, and control is resting.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up, keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
And this is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're hatching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga. And they got him. They got him. The difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right. And now Lachlan can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do. And he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his. Right now he can take this lead, Sundown.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half-second away from each other. The shots are going. Cuddle Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes!
Cuddle Crew goes
take it down. 999, 1,000. Gotaga and Ravens Revenge in the closest nail-biter yet.
Ha ganado un alemán. Ha ganado un alemán.
Who we said we wanted to see more, they brought more.
Are you kidding me? The fish fam step up and shut it down.
Hacer algo en el Fortnite. Como un modo creativo, así con 19 personas. o hacer cosas con los subs, ¿sabes?
You can see the counter in the top right, but the fish spam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them popping up there. No one was at the
Beep, beep,
Ravens
beep,
revenge
beep,
as soon as they
beep,
were there,
beep,
and the
beep,
celebration
beep,
too.
beep,
You have
beep.
to be excited when you see that victory royale screen pop off when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of
Mira.
because they had it. They were one tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away. And this is why I love Sky Station.
Tu próxima cuenta para jugar al Brawl, ¿no? Se supone.
Very similar to Battle Royale, where
Para el
every
Brawl, la que
single thing
sí.
that's happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game. As you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthur, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, this is my guy. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
You know, he's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, son. Now, thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Raven's Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How's it feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the roar, and to be facing off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
7, 20, 5, 6, 3. Bragueta sin bragueta.
Ahora,
Someone else to make a move, or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And, yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And, yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. So many people are here.
Mira.
I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well,
Mira, Edu.
congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
mira. ¿Te acuerdas?
Ahí va. La casa.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just
Yeah.
brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie,
Tan
Gotaga.
normal.
The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all 4 strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's a cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
I actually want to touch on something that, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focus here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to your score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guy's game. Like, hey, we don't just play this, and occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers. And I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get a big prize bonus for that. You win game 2. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that end ends up being really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad.
No.
Kind of looking like, oh, that'll really
Gracias.
it's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but can't pump with that. Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results in your set. One winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
Mira, oh.
I thought maybe
¿Quién ha
it wasn't
ganado?
enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then
Mira,
boom,
mira,
you get
mira.
now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win.
Tengo 88.
But such a
Solo.
great
Que
job
no, yo
from
me
the
quedo
Funky
con-
Fighters, sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 plays finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this area. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2 of those, and this entire creative finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tamara beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get into the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners. And then they turn around and do that?
Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right?
Yeah.
Death run at some point, as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So, for him to take what might be one of our, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually...
A ver, Funny Fire, 100.000 euros. What?
By $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and
Oh my God.
Warriors both at 50.
Oh my
90 suscriptores.
Oh my God, chicos.
10 subs y ya tengo los 100, chavales.
Imagino.
Chicken champions, but
Me
this
imagino.
is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Prop
Así lo
Hunt?
escribirás más rápido luego.
Right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting on the stage, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds.
Se me ha ocurrido una cosa.
Dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get
¿Y si hago un bloque? Un bloque donde una parte sea ciudad y la otra parte parezca un móvil.
¿Cómo repite?
¿Y si hago un bloque que parezca un móvil?
Ash prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to it. The guards are able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Yo no timo gente.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map. Junkyard
¿Por qué dices que timo gente si no la timo?
Yo sé que no.
This new game
Mira el nuevo mapa, el nuevo mapa.
with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map. while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds. Each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective, to defend the
Le digo que la
incinerator,
gente se suscribe.
armed only with
Me pone
revolvers
aquí.
with keen attention to detail. During each round,
¿Lo vas a
teams of
hacer?
props will earn points by reaching the central pig. The bigger the prop, the more points.
A ver, eso lo conseguí, eso lo hice para ganar más visitas, ¿vale? Como hace la gente. No de los 11.000 pavos. Tampoco me vais a venir aquí.
Reinicia la isla. Joder.
They'll respawn at their home base and need to start the trek all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those who will be great and gnomes, and enjoy the junkyard juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and breathe their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you're talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so
Turn them into dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who's watching, keep right angles? And it's, again, it's going to be interesting to see. Do they switch up their strategy from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver llama. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2.
Empieza el nuevo mapa. Empieza el nuevo mapa. Y ahora está en el nuevo mapa.
Taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there. You can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop them. You want to force stop them. You want to also kind of memorize the map and the lanes.
And right away, you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go. But the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. Hand of Blood's team, the Llama Record Co. also able to get a 10-pointer and then a 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still.
Ooh.
Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip to other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally, like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out from X-Sandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Desperately trying to get Alex JJ with another 10-point prop, and Hand of Blood gets picked up.
I see.
Before that would have been a huge swing, but right now Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful. Here it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little tiny springs. They want you upward. There's
Para los 100.000.
that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, you know, it
Ah.
would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, you know, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain 2 of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can like use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to know, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% point value.
That's right. So Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
Amongst all the clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go mark yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, block rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you have that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping naturally, just like
And this is also those moments, right? When you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped them. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary, but notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that. So it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow other people to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round, right? Because it's all about how good your pressure. One thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens, very well done for them, picking up an elim there. But right now, Cuddle Group already wresting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
Maldito P.E.K.K.A. El P.E.K.K.A.
The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that. So behind the box and you see his hands, he's like, please, please make sure it's not there. And then boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling off the strats here. The question is, can our competitors figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here? But 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember, you gotta grab the dumpster, drop the dumpster, and get it processed. That was perfect.
That was so good by Stuart000 because he dodged the little springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last run. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lachlan gets picked out at the end. You can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guards up again.
Yes, so we will have some new guards take their place. This is honestly Chicken Champions' opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here. The Sunshine Soldiers are now at the bottom layer of the guard tower, and the Fish Fam are at the top. So it is time to kind of mix it up.
My eyes are on the Funky Fighters right now. They are
doing great.
They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the Silver Llama. As we talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims, too, in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. 0.
Tomoya's a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of gotta wait here. I can't park this statue out in the open. He's gonna be hunting for me, and that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there, and that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here, and that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's is unlimited ammunition. You can't run out.
Oh.
If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it.
Bueno, voy a terminar ya el directo y adiós. ¿Dónde está para lo de